afternoon and welcome
No,
to
go now.
June Easy. Good afternoon and welcome to June Easy Talk. I'm Zendalannette of the Easy, and this is my sis.
I'm the Erika Lynn. And we got it this month.
Hey, hey,
E and
hey.
Z.
So here we are. Yay! I was intentional. I deleted all of those letters. So, how's my sis today?
I am well. I was just showing my SS these beautiful flowers I got today at the third resident meeting for Vine. Shout out to Building Blocks and the Catalyst program. But one of the participants, Miss Robin, she walked into the meeting with these, and I was like, I was like, those are so gorgeous. And she was like, they're for you. And I was like, yay. I
I
love
love
flowers. Anybody
it.
who knows me. And here's the thing that nothing happens, I believe, on accident. Everything happens with and on purpose. But if you
Mhm.
look closely here, there's an orange lily, and I have
Oh.
orange lilies in my front yard that I got from another resident who lives on the same block for me to start planting. And I said, here's the thing, this tattoo here, I have a rose for my princess, I have a tulip for Autumn Ann, and on the back here, I have a lily for me. So three lilies
Oh,
this week. One on my skin that I wear with me all the time, and then Miss Robin and Miss Carol. So
I
yeah.
love that.
And my SS is all
Yay.
about threes. So there's something divine in that. But you can't make that
Definitely
up. They did
symbolic.
she didn't know.
Mhm,
And then
mhm.
the lily right here. So
I love
yeah.
that.
How are you,
Yay.
SS?
I am good. I am doing well, navigating audaciously and just in an immense space of gratitude. But today it's been a really good weekend. Really, really good weekend. So made it home early Saturday morning from Naples, and it's just been an amazing weekend. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome. And ooh, as we talk about threes, we have to talk about the Rose, because my SS is in the Lynette Rose, and she
Yes.
just did a blog yesterday, and it talked about Miss Helen, who
Yes.
has recently transitioned.
Mhm.
But she's the OG Rose, so we have three roses too.
Yes, the original Rose. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
I
Hmm.
welled up, but I didn't cry all the way.
Oh, that's okay though. You better ride that
Yes.
emotional wave.
I
And
you
there's
know
someone
I
here
do.
who wants to say hello. He's trying to get all in the video. Say hey now. Say hello.
He's so stinking cute.
Yes. Okay. So let's see what Chantel has for us. So Chantel felt as though the perfect intersection between MMA, which is Mindset Makeover Academy, coming to a
Mhm.
website internet near you soon,
The bomb.
and TRC, which is Thomas Rose Consulting, which is my SS's business.
Mhm.
She felt like the best way to intersect the two was to talk about when your mindset, and your
Mhm.
body disagree.
Oh, that's
So,
good.
right?
That
Have
is
you ever
good.
known exactly what you wanted? Ooh, but your body wasn't ready to move.
Mm. Wow, Chantel just came straight out the gate. Bow, bow,
Right. You
bow.
know how she
Uh,
do.
so, has there ever been a time where my body was not ready to do what my mind was ready for? That's it in a nutshell, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, wow, there's been a number of times, but honestly, not like honestly, but full transparency, I'm in that space right now.
Mm.
My mind has two specific projects that it keeps telling me, do it, write it, create it. One of which I found this project that is in line with what my mind is telling me,
Mhm.
and I found like a manuscript for it, stuff that I had already been writing and working on. And my body is nervous. And as I think about like going to sit down and start writing and continuing to create this project and work on this project, something else comes up and I get distracted and I go. Part of it is nervousness, but I know when that nervousness and that discomfort is when some of my greatest, no, not some, when my greatest gifts are birthed. So, as my mind is telling me you are in a birthing season right now,
Mm.
my body is trying to fight against me. Um with like aches, with stomach issues, with my knee started acting up last week.
Mm.
And you know what I did? I went right to Louise Hay's book.
Yes. What book is that? SS?
God, don't it's my blue book. It's the body. It's not when the body speaks to you. Do you
You
have
can
it on
heal
your
your
shelf?
body.
You can heal your body. Yes, it's the
Mhm.
white and blue one with the and it has the chart of if you have a toothache, if your knee hurts. And one of the things that came up when I looked was I have some unresolved anger that I need to address. So, what do you think I did after that? Of course, pray,
Ho'oponopono?
right? No, sis, thank you. I had not ho'oponoponoed yet. I prayed, I journaled, and I Reiki. And
Mm.
I wrote out my Fresher 3 pause check-in, but ho'oponopono, no, thank you. But I'll be leaning into that tonight because I have a whole program curriculum from who? So yes, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
So so that's where I am. And so I am setting up my week to be intentional about my 7 hours of writing per week. Because
Ooh.
last week I got a little derailed, and of course I was home taking helping take care of
What?
pops. We were just a lot of the family things that were going on with the transitioning of grandma. Um, but and instead of being upset at myself and saying, "Well, you didn't," no, my mind has said and is saying, God, source universe is like, see, you already have your plan. You created your plan. So leaning back hard into my yoga, because I missed a couple days while I was in Florida. Um, didn't miss my prayer, didn't miss my journaling at all because those are in my Reiki. But just refocusing on those 7 hours. I can either do it an hour a day or 7 hours in one sitting. So, but being intentional and writing down as I do that because I know the discomfort is propelling me as growth. I even bought a plant this weekend. A cute little
What?
tree. I'll have to, and I think it's a succulent, but it's that birthing season. So for me to have something to care, touch, prune. So yeah,
Mm.
that's what's going on with me right now.
I love that. When I heard well, not heard, read it, but then just kind of leaned into it about the mind wanting one thing and the body not quite being there yet. The first thing I went to for me is the conversion disorder.
Mm,
Because in that space, my mind was the only thing that I really had direct access to. And as I'm speaking, what's coming up for me is the last episode that I had, which was at this point now, maybe 3 years ago. It's so interesting how I remember all of the things and then I don't remember. It was 2021, so that's 5 years, so maybe 2 years ago. It's been probably about 2 years since I had an episode. But anyways, I remember like walking upstairs and feeling the episode getting ready to take over me. and making it to the bed because that's my safe space. To just, if I'm gonna do it anywhere, it's best to do it on the bed. And as I was, tapping out and going into the episode, my mind be like, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I won't keep doing this. Like, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. And for me now on the other end, I can say this laughing and I can say this with a smile on my face. But I say this like, and Doug's, my heart, but today I can have gratitude for the conversion disorder. And I pause because I'm like, I'm not saying I want them episodes to come back, but I am saying that today I can have gratitude because I would not have the relationship that I have with myself today without conversion
Mhm.
disorder. Because
Mhm.
my mind was like, go, do, we can do it. Let's do this. What about this? Woo, 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 going, going, going. And my body was just like a passenger. It wasn't even a
Mm.
passenger. I feel like my body almost was a hostage because
Mm.
tagging along, unwillingly being brought into the daily unfolding of life, just being almost like, do this and show up in this way because my mind had a plan. And now
Mm.
it's almost flip-flopped because today I feel, and that is something I remember, and I've shared this before, my therapist talking about, my therapist before my new one, um about, your head and your body, there's a disconnect, and conversion disorder allowed me to see the disconnect, to be
Mm.
disconnect, and begin to mend that relationship between my mind and my body. And today, like I said, I feel. I know what
Mm.
feelings feel like instead of just what the definition of them is. Are whatever. Anyways, the point is like, I today am grateful, and I can say that, like I said, sincerely, for the conversion disorder, and for the, again, what it gave me when it came to this relationship that I have today with myself, that I have never been in this place with me before in my life. And I love it. And I'm so like, I know me today. I love me today. And I am, bless you, sweet baby. And I am taking steps, maybe not every single step, but more steps than not, they are being taken, with my body in mind. And when my body starts to speak to me, I know what it's saying and I do my best to listen.
Mm. So the conversion disorder gave you something to respond to.
Okay, SS, it sure did give me something to respond to.
And I don't say that jokingly, but like that's
No,
seriously. And
yes,
in it giving you something to respond to, it allowed you to make space for all the tools and modalities that you have and to be
yes,
able to know yourself the way that you do and to be able to have the signals and acknowledge the signals so that you can get yourself to a space, safe space to allow your body to allow it to do what it does for you to come right back to balance. That's a
yes.
beautiful thing, and that's the work. That's the work.
It
That's the
is.
work.
It
Yep.
is. And today, like, like I legit love me.
Hmm. I can
Like,
tell, and you do.
oh, thank you, SS. But that's, I feel like the biggest gift that conversion disorder gave me was me.
Mm.
It gave me
Mm.
access to me in a way that I never had before. So
Love that.
again, I feel like I did it, and we don't have to go back there. So thank you.
And you won't. We speak in life, and you won't because you
Learned
know
a lot.
yourself, and you know, yeah.
That
And on the other side of that, when you get to feeling that too, and I've never had conversion disorder,
part.
but I've
Mhm.
experienced anxiety and panic attacks. And so when those come, I get that feeling of, and it's almost like, and it's weird because as of late, I notice like I hear something in my ear
Mm.
when I'm about to experience like that, when the anxiety comes and it gives me It's like it's weird, but it's some type of like little sense I feel. And it allows me to like, okay, you need to take a break. You need to sit down. You need to center. And it signals me because it's like an overwhelmed feeling. And it's not like a disconnect, but it's a sensory thing. And so it's like, okay, you're good. Sit down. You're doing too much too fast. Are you doing these things from a space of joy, from a space of love and intention, or are you doing these because you can and you're just trying to not really
Mm.
acknowledge what you have going on that you need to prioritizing every aspect, you know? So it's like a signal to me to pause. It's that pause and it's the body. And when you say know your body, that's like an indicator for me when I know that the anxiety is revving up. When I'm starting to, when I go on, it's autopilot. I go on autopilot and then I'm not feeling and being fully present. I'm
Yes.
present, but not fully present in the moment. So that's when it gets to, okay, well, how do you feel? What do I see? What am I smelling? What can I touch?
Mhm.
I am safe. Hand over heart, hand over solar plexus in the work. So
Yes.
yeah, yeah, it's something.
That is, and I
Definitely is.
definitely agree when it comes to the anxiety attacks. For me, the biggest indicator is I have fully, wholly, completely lost connection with my breath.
Mhm, mhm,
And that for me is my root. I mean, yeah, my root, my grounding, my anchor is reconnecting with that breath. And that for me is the solvent for the
mhm,
anxiety, because once I can reconnect with my breath, it's like
mhm.
it just creates that space.
Yep,
And then
yep.
that space creates something else. And the more that I'm with the breath, the more it just begins to kind of like dissipate and I lose that tension. But that doggone anxiety attack ain't no joke, especially for Emma effort that got to pass the asthma. You like, am I having an asthma attack? Is this finale? And it's like, no, boo, it's an anxiety attack. Just connect with the breath, boo.
And
But
it's the shoulders too. And that's
yes,
part of what you shared when you did, when we did my very first human design, like feel it, it's posture. It's in your posture. And so and I'll notice like the tightness in my jaw and because I'm literally like this.
yeah,
And I can see like I'm like, okay, relax your jaws, drop your shoulders. Cause they like this. And you don't even and it's okay, drop your shoulders. Posture. Posture. And it's interesting because today on it's funny how God works. Not funny how, but just as you talk through things and you listen. The sermon this morning was an unbothered life
mm,
and having the posture of God's posture. And that posture, when you think about it, shoulders down, unlocking your jaws, your chakras all aligned, your divine connection, and that is a posture of God. And unbothered was, is one of my words for this year.
yes, yes.
And so, yeah, it's just, yeah.
And I love posture too, just because I'm pretty sure either you or one of the other ones that I've heard, one of the things that they talk about when they do the chakra alignment,
Hmm.
a lot of practitioners, they reference that thread, and that thread,
Put you up.
yet being in alignment. It's not 3 o'clock yet. Um, it's almost nap time
Hurry
rising.
up, hurry up.
Right. But that thread
Hmm.
being what assists you with that posture. So even though
Hmm.
like you're sitting, and especially too if you're doing like a seated, but like really getting firm with your behind and align and stretching your back and sitting up, but allowing that string to be what holds you up and also aligns the chakras too. But
Hmm.
my babies also gave me something to respond to, and
Okay, so let's get one more question in and then we're going to wrap it up. All right, let's go.
yes, okay. What does it look like? No. Oh, let's do this one. What's one practice that helps you create alignment between your mind and your body?
Breath work.
Okay. So let's do this past month. Wow. This past month, SS, with all that you have been navigating, can you give us a real life example of mind and body disalignment, and a practice that you did and a practice that you can offer to others. And I heard you say breath work, but like real time, this is what's going on. Implement the practice. What does the practice look like as for our viewers?
Okay, real time situation that occurred as my grandmother was transitioning. She was taken to the hospital on a Wednesday, and when this information came to me, I was at work. I'm getting emotional thinking about it, and as you know, this was happening, it would be an aunt saying, "Oh, she's gonna go tonight. She's gonna go today." But it would be all these different messages, and there's so many lessons in all of this. So I'll try to be very intentional at what how I communicate it. Um, so the issue was navigating, maintaining my efficiency and being intentional and productive at work as I came to grips with like my grandmother is leaving this earth and still being able to show fully and audaciously in my stream. On top of having clients and meeting with clients. Well, when I was at my stream, I was in a meeting and I could feel myself. My phone would ring, so I'd step out. It would be my mom just navigating the things. And I was navigating the day, and someone needed something from me. And I literally but I could feel myself. My my IBS was acting up, so I was having stomach issues. I felt literally like I was going to like fall out. So what did I do? I went to my office, the real life practice. I put on my mindful moments. That's on YouTube. I sat in the purple chair in my room in my office that has my grandmother's gold shawl
Mm.
that I've had in my office since I started over almost 2 years ago. And I took the shawl and I wrapped it around myself. I put a
Mm.
hand over my heart, hand over my solar plexus, and I asked God to give me peace as I navigated this so that I could still show up, but trust His plan because I knew my grandma's faith. So I knew she was good, but it was the humanity, the humanness in me. So hand over heart, hand over solar plexus, my 5 minute guided meditation. I actually think it's like 3 minutes, wrapping my grandmother's gold shawl around me during breath work. And instead of with my feet up, had my feet rooted on the ground and literally just allowing myself to gather my breath and gather my breath. And literally, as I looked up at my ceiling, I saw a red light. I literally saw it like a red light. And so I sat further up, hand over my root, because to me that was like get grounded. That's security, all is well. Even went so far to put my hands behind on the back of the root. And I prayed, turned my light back on, opened the door, and continued on my day.
Mm.
But that was like live in action, how I had to navigate. Because it was moments where I was in my office where I was boohooing. But I get myself together, freshen up the makeup, go out. But at that moment when before I went into that practice, I literally sick to my stomach, constantly going to the bathroom, had to leave the meeting multiple times. And, but old me would have kept going and pushing and pushing and pushing until I may have passed out or it may have gotten worse. But I was able to get a grip of myself and not to get a grip of myself. That's not the proper word. I was able to get out of my head and into my body and ground myself with my faith.
Mm. Wow. Yeah, that's so rich, SS. I feel like we have an opportunity to just honor that moment, honor that practice, honor the real lifeness. And I just appreciate your willingness to show that you can show up for yourself and no matter where you're at.
Mhm.
And one of the things that comes to mind right now is like, oh well, what if I don't have an office? And what came to mind is you have a bathroom.
Mhm. Mhm.
And there are times where in my home, like one of the things that I've been talking about a lot lately, because we're in our busy season at my 9 to 5. Um, and um, I feel right now because it's so busy and it's not negative or anything. I know I'm prepared for this, but it feels like a lot. And then I feel like I leave work and then I don't have to. I get to come home and it's not like, oh, let me relax and kick my feet up. It's I'm no longer the Vine and Edison neighborhood community organizer. I'm mommy and I'm the a a partner, I guess. I don't know what to call what's going on, but a, a a sharer of space, and there's things that come with that. Give me just a second, baby. I'll come up there and get you and Autumn Ann. And so when people are everywhere, and there may be someone in the bedroom, there may be someone downstairs, there may be someone in the kitchen, there may be a baby who's going to be anywhere. Also, the bathroom is a sanctuary, the bathroom is
Mhm.
a safe space. And for me, I am a huge proponent of we don't need these grandiose moments. And SS, I feel like you mirrored that beautifully when you talked about a shawl
Mm.
that has been in this purple chair since you brought it there almost 2 years ago. But yet it was just the shawl, but it wasn't just the shawl, it was her. And it
Yeah.
was a sacred embrace when you needed it. And then it was your implementation of the practices. And so for me, when again I bring up, what if we don't have an office? For me, I will smooth go to that bathroom and shut the door. And oftentimes an MRF will be like, mommy, mommy, because I'm a sharer of space right now. Someone will just walk in there, and then now you're in here too. So, but the point is again, it doesn't have to be the grandiose. It's the moment. It's the
Mhm.
recognition. I feel stressed right now. I feel overwhelmed right now. I feel whatever I feel and naming that feeling. Not trying to act like it's not there, not pushing that effort to the side and being like, I don't have time for you, but just naming
Mhm.
what is happening right now. And sometimes the only thing I can do is name the feeling and be with the breath,
Yeah. Yeah.
because life is still gonna life. I'm the one that chose to have 5 little babies. I'm the one who chose to be a sharer of space right now. I'm the one who chose to own a home. I'm the one who chose to have a 9 to 5 while also building, birthing this business. I chose all of this and I don't want any of it to go away right now. So,
Mhm.
how can I coexist in my reality and take care of me? And that
Yep.
again is going up there, naming the feeling, naming the stress, the overwhelm, the frustration, the anger, the irritability, the itchiness, the whatever it is, and
Yep.
just honoring that this is where I'm at right now. And what I get to do, what I can do, what I have access to is my breath
Yep.
and being with it, even if just for a couple breaths before again the door knocks, the next task present itself. I hear the baby crying. Oh no, I better hurry up and run downstairs before I burn dinner, or any other thing, which I did do this week, and that's okay. But anyway, there's always something we can do to take care of ourselves in every moment. And of all this, however
Absolutely.
long this easy talks has been, is I hope that you remember that there
Yeah.
is always something that you can do, and you get to choose what is that thing that you can do to take care of you in this moment when the moment is unfolding out of your control. What do you do to take care of you in the moment?
And folks, that is our journaling prompt for this week, this month. Repeat it, sis.
What can you do
Yep.
when life is lifing,
Hmm.
to take care of you in that moment.
That's it. That's all.
Hey, the Joan Easy.
Bam. That's it.
And we're done. Until next month, do what, SS?
Be the first to put you first and always. Have the audacity to be the first to put you first and always and always.
And enjoy the gift of today.
Yes.
All right, until July, y'all.